Distracted and reckless, a driver typing on an iPad while behind the wheel. Law enforcement in the Bay Area are using this picture to send a strong message. A Sarasota County Sheriff's deputy took that picture after trying to get that driver to stop.
And in fact, the guy was too distracted to even notice at the time. News Channel 8's John Rogers joining us now live in Sarasota. John, you got to wonder what was so urgent that this guy had to use the iPad right there going down the road.
Yeah, officials say there's no excuse for this kind of behavior. It's important to note, guys, that this photo is actually taken by a deputy sitting in the passenger seat of a car. Now, we're sitting here talking about how outrageous this picture is, but this story could have easily been a tragedy because he could have killed himself or others. Last Wednesday was a washout. The rains made the roads hazardous, demanding your attention. And a deputy sitting in the passenger seat on US 301 spotted this driver in the next lane. What goes through your mind when you see this photo?
Disturbing.
This man was driving at 55 miles per hour in the rain without a seatbelt while reading an iPad. Not only was this a flagrant crime, it was downright dangerous.
Well, after about a minute, they were able to get his attention and alert him that he was violating the law.
The man got off with a warning, but it could have been worse. And nowadays, distracted driving is rampant. Does that shock you, seeing stuff like that?
Sometimes it's not shocking at all, actually.
The experts tell us that when you're texting and driving, you're keeping your eyes off the road for an average of about 5 seconds. So let's do a little experiment. I'm traveling about 55 miles an hour, and I could be texting or fumbling or looking for something. And in that short amount of time, I've already traveled farther than a football field. Who knows what could have happened? As these actual videos show, a few seconds is all you need to weave off the road and potentially create a tragedy.
Driving is a challenge in and of itself. And when you throw the phone and you throw other things into it, it's just a recipe for disaster.
So if you're like this guy, don't wait for a deputy to flag you down. Just put the devices away. So a lot of people are wondering, why didn't the deputies just ticket this guy? Well, these Sarasota deputies actually saw this guy over Manatee County. That's outside their jurisdiction, and they couldn't pull him over. So instead, they made him stop and let him off with a warning. But it's a good warning for all of us as well, guys.
So talk a little bit about the law here, John. I mean, what's legal and illegal when it comes to texting and iPad working? What's going on in Florida, and what can people do?
Yeah, here in Florida, texting and driving is a secondary offense, meaning you need a primary offense like hitting somebody or a seatbelt violation in order to be cited for it. But if you do spot someone out in the roads using a phone that's being very dangerous, please make sure you're in a safe spot and call the authorities because they can track that person down and stop them.
Wow. All right, John Rogers live in Sarasota. Still hard to believe that guy did that. Thank you.